Dear learners, I am Dr. Nabi Hassan, librarian and head Central Library of Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi. So, today we are going to learn about very popular concepts, that is search engines and meta search engines. These are basically the concept which we are regularly using. Sometimes we may not be using the word search engine or meta search engines, but practically we are using it. When you are using your mobile device, you are using the maybe Safari or Google or something like that. What are these? These are basically search engines which are helping you to trace anything, any literature that is available anywhere in the world. So, in the same way these things are also used basically by the librarian. So, in the same way meta search engines are more specific things which sometimes we are using for searching the information out of those web search engines. So, basically we will be covering in this lecture will be covered in two parts. One is your search engines and then another part is your meta search engines. So, as part of your search engines our agenda will be what is search engines, what is the importance of search engines, what are the different types of search engines, what are the advantages and limitations of search engines, and we need to understand the search engines, how they are indexing, how they are making the resources available to the public when they have so large databases. We will also trying to identify that what is the deep web. There is a web, there is a area which is still undiscoverable. We cannot say that 100% is discoverable. Whatever is available on web is not always discoverable, because there are many websites which are not allowing you to access their resources. There are some sites which are asking you to fulfill some of their requirement to access their resources, like they may ask you to fill some form, only then they will be allowing you to access their resources, and they will not be allowing access also through their search engines. So, and we will also be seeing that although everybody knows that the Google is the most important search engine, but still we will be trying to explore what are the other search engines which are used globally, and then we will also be discussing about like meta search engines, what are the features of meta search engines, what are the advantages and limitations, why people are using meta search engines, and what are the conditions when the people need to use the meta search engines and when to use it. So, and we will also be trying to compare what is meta search engine and what is search engine as far as their features are concerned, when you should use the search engine and when you should not use the search engine, when you need to use the meta search engine. So, as part of search engine, I think you understand what is a search engine. It is a buzzword. Search engine means here web search engine or internet search engine. So, it is a software program basically that searches a database on the web and gathers report information that contains or is related to pre-specified terms. Means when you are using the search engines, you are giving some keyword. It may be a simple search, it may be a advanced search. You are giving some keyword and that keyword is basically used to search the database of that particular search engine. For example, Google, you are giving some word like you are giving Delhi, it will search the indexes, it will search the directories and it will try to find out the result where this term has appeared. And also you can use the advanced search. In advanced search you can use different boolean operators as well. You can restrict your search like if you are interested in only documents, you are interested only in PPTs, you are interested only in PDF. So, these are different things which you can use while you are using the search engines. So, everybody knows these are the most popular search engines, although we are using it regularly, but sometimes we may not be technically aware that these are the search engines which are very popular, like Google. Everybody is almost using Google, then Yahoo is also used. Yahoo has its own advantages, like it is like a it sometimes served like a subject directory where human intervention is also required, means people are involved in creating the directories, in creating the indexes. Then there are some other search engines which are not very popular, but they are popular in some of the countries, they are used by some of the countries, but this list is not complete, this is an incomplete list, because there are n number of search engines. There is a search engine known as Lycos, which is not given here, but it is also used in some part of the world. So, what is the importance of search engine? So, search engines are important because with billions of web pages available, the web is so big, so huge, so large that without the help of search engines it is very difficult to identify. For example, I am Nabi Hasan, there may be crores of Nabi Hasan throughout the world, but if you will type Nabi Hasan librarian in the Google search or in Yahoo search or in any other search, then you will be able to see that Nabi Hasan librarian. So, you will be able to identify whether it is the same Nabi Hasan or there are different Nabi Hasan. So, this is the basically strategy of search engine to help identify the keyword. You have attached Nabi Hasan with the librarian. So, it will give you the accurate result. The result pertaining to me will appear on the first page. So, this is how the importance of search engine is. So, search engine essentially act as filters for the wealth of information available on the internet. So, web is so huge. So, search engines are basically gathering information for us from different sources and they are presenting with the relevant result, but they may have their own way of ranking. So, these are some of the features of search engine, like page ranking. Page ranking is a way of grading web pages by the number of other web pages that link to them. The URLs of web pages with rankings are presented first on search result. Then a natural language query interface allows user to enter a question exactly as they would ask a person that question. The procedure of converting a natural language question into a search expression is sometimes called parsing. For example, you may be aware about the you can say app known as Siri. Siri is a app used by iPhone users, it is used by you can say iPad users as well. So, it is when you are saying something, Siri, can you connect me to someone? So, basically it is searching your database, it is searching the database of your contact list and it is connecting to that concerned person. See, you are asking Siri, show me the result from IIT Delhi. So, it will list all the results using its interface. So, it will basically link to you to some search engine. So, that way the search engines are working. So, what are the different type of search engines? There may be many type of search engines, but generally these are the 4 types of search engines which are very popular, like crawler based search engines, search directories or indexes, hybrid search engines and meta search engines. So, as far as meta search engines are concerned, we will be discussing separately about meta search engines. Let us talk about these 3 types of search engines. Crawler based search engine. So, these types of search engines use a spider or a crawler to search the internet, means they are automatically checking on a frequent interval what data has been added. For example, you have updated your website, you have updated your database of library resources, it may be your institutional repository, you have added 20 theses into your database. So, it will automatically fetch information from your directory, from your institutional repository and the result will be available on the search engine's first page. For example, Shodhganga is adding regularly some thesis into its database. So, Shodhganga is not going to inform Google or any search engine that we have added these many theses. It will automatically fetch data. This is what is, you can say, crawler. It is known as crawling, because it crawls throughout the database and gives you the result. So, crawler based search engines are good when you have a specific search topic, means if you are aware about what you are going to search, then obviously these type of search engines help. Then there are subject directories or search directories like Yahoo. So, directories depend on human editors to create their listing or the database, like Yahoo directory, Open directory and LookSmart directory. These are some of the examples. So, these are basically human powered search engines which are really good for general topic or general type of searches. Then there are hybrid type of search engines. Hybrid search engines are search engines that use both crawler based searches and directory searches, means they are using mixture of crawler thing and the subject directories where human intervention is required. So, these type of search engines may provide you better results, and the most popular examples are Google and Yahoo. So, what are the advantages of using search engines? Obviously, I have already explained in my few previous slide that advantages are n numbers. If you do not have search engines, it is very difficult to identify the information available on web page. For example, there may be some vacancies in University of Delhi. You are unaware about the vacancies, but you are thinking that University of Delhi is going to advertise few vacancies for the library positions. So, you will search library positions in University of Delhi. So, what search engine will do? Search engine will automatically take information from the website or employment news or some other sites, and it will present you the links. You can click the links and it will go to the concerned advertisement. So, these are very helpful. These help in determining specific information, sorting and adding value to the information is possible. So, these are some of the advantages. There are basically n number of advantages, but we have covered only few. So, but everything comes with some limitation. There are nothing in the world that there are only advantage of that thing. There are some limitations of everything. So, in the same way there are some limitations of search engines as well, like too many website visitors, too many website leads, dynamically generated sites may be slow or difficult to index, and the search engines may also give you wrong result. Wrong result in means if you are looking for a particular paper or particular piece of information, but that information may be available on page number 10, and generally people do not have patience to go through more pages. They are generally going through one page, maybe two page, second page or maybe third page, but the relevant information that you are looking for may be available on page number 10. For example, you are searching information about Jamia Millia Islamia, okay. You are searching about a specific aspect of Jamia Millia Islamia. If it is not available on page number 1, 2 or 3, you may be losing interest, okay. It may be at page number 10. So, this is the limitation of the search engine, okay. So, then there are people who are trying to use more than one search engine as well, but once you are exploring the use of different search engines, at some point of time you will be able to understand that this is the search engine which is best suitable for me, but there may be search engines which may be suitable for particular type of searches. For example, a person may be very comfortable in using advanced search of a particular search engine, maybe not it may be Yahoo as well. So, if you are comfortable using a particular type of search engine, obviously you would like to use that search engine more frequently. So, it is very necessary to understand the way the search engines are creating indexing, and apart from creating indexes, they are providing you the information and the result from their databases. For example, I may have a website nabihassan.in and it may not be appearing in my result like in Google. So, what may be the reason? The reason may be that I have not given the correct keywords. If I have not given the correct keyword, it may not be fetched by the search engine. For example, I have two websites, like one website is linked with my IIT Delhi web page and another website is hosted on some private site, that is navihasan.in. If you will search my name Nabi Hasan, then you will get most of the result from IIT Delhi site, because that is more popular, that has been better indexed. So, this is the beauty of the search engine, that is site which has been created in a better way. Like this is the example, you can see meta tags in a web page. So, if you have given the tags or meta tags on header on a specified spaces, then your site is likely to get more result. Like for full text indexing, when search engine store the entire content of every web page they index. So, this is known as full text indexing, and you can see that there are stop words, there are common words like and, the, it, by. So, that many those many keywords are not important for searching purpose. So, there are most of the basically search engines are not considering these words for searching, they are omitting these words. So, many search engine include information about their search engines, like for robots, databases. So, every search engine may have some help page. If you are unable to understand that, or if you are not getting the desired result, it is always advisable to first go through the help page. So, with the use of help page, you will be able to understand that how you can get the better result. Like if I am going to prepare PPT on a particular site, what I am doing? I am going to Google, I am going to advanced search, and in advanced search I am selecting on restricting my search only to PPT. So, I am able to see only PPTs only. So, my search will result only few topics, there will be only few links. So, that way I can restrict my search and I can have a better result. Now, you can also make use of some specific thing, like you can make use of Boolean operators, you can use and, or, not, you can use grouping, you can also use extended operators, those are for example, near or adjacent. Like I am looking for a keyword, I am looking for Delhi, but Delhi should not be in India, it may be in US. So, you can restrict your search Delhi, not India. Okay. So, you can make use of and, or, not, or grouping, and you can also restrict your search like Delhi, and it should not be close to 5 words with maybe America. So, you can also restrict your search in this way, and you can make use of Boolean operators, or you can say extended operators. So, this way your search result will be better. Okay. Then ranked output. So, most search engines produce ranked list by applying simple rules. How the results are appearing, why a particular site is coming at first place, why a second site is coming at second place, why the third site is coming at the at a particular place, why a important site which is needed by me is not coming on first or second page, because there are some algorithm, there is some artificial intelligence used by these search engines. This is basically known as, you can say, machine learning or algorithm based search, or you can say AI based search. So, like early words are more important. For example, the words which are appearing initially in a title or in a text. So, they will be most there are chances that they are likely to be appearing at first place. Then title is very important. If some keyword is appearing in a title, that is likely to appear in early searches. Frequency of occurrence matters. A word is appearing 10 times, there are chances that the result may be more from that. Then infrequent words matter more than modification. So, there is some criteria how the search results appear, but let me tell you one thing very frankly, that how Google or other sites are earning money. They are providing you so many great services. They have provided you whole Delhi's map. You are using the navigation system. From where the money is coming? You do not know. You are getting this service free. Money is coming from somewhere. Google is making lot of money. From where they are getting the money? They are getting the money from the advertisement. So, I am not sure, but let me tell you very frankly that there are sites which are doing something behind the scene to give you results for some particular companies or some particular things at first place. This is how they are earning the money, apart from advertisement in sidebar or top at top places or bottom places. Perhaps they are also making money for from these things as well, that if you are giving money for some sort of advertisement as per their policy, then your site may come at first place when someone is searching someone. But what about the deep web or invisible web? So, it is not necessary that everything is coming from the website. There may be some site which may not be searchable by search engines. So, these are site like some are available only by submitting forms, some are not generally accessible, some are not in XHTML form. It simply means that everything is not searchable. What is on available on web is not available to everyone. There are some pieces of information which may not be available. There may be some confidential site, there may be some defense site, there may be some site which may be asking for registration and submission of form. So, do not consider that everything is available, everything is not available, there is some limitation. I am not sure how much is available, but people say that not there are chances that only maybe 25% information available on web, 75% missing, somebody has done some research. So, it is not that everything is available. Sometime also claims that the results are not genuine, whatever you are seeing on web, it is not necessary that it is showing you the most relevant result, the relevant result may be on some other pages. So, these are different people are saying different thing. If you see the ranking of the site or ranking of the search engines. So, this is the recent screen I have taken just yesterday and I have given the reference as well. You can see the name of the site is there, 92.62% is the usage for Google alone, then it is followed by Bing, Yahoo and other search engines. So, there are some people who are claiming that I can guarantee that your site will appear at first place or second place. I think you must have heard about various things like I will arrange you 1000 likes on your Facebook post, I will arrange 2000 followers on your Twitter account. In the same fashion, people are claiming that I can guarantee that your search, for example, I have a company, okay, I have a website of that company, people are claiming that if you want your site to appear at first page of the Google, I can guarantee. So, I am not sure how they will be doing it, but they are giving some logic and I have elaborated some of the logic as well, that how your site can get the better results. So, that was basically about you can say search engines. Now, let us talk about meta search engines. So, what are meta search engines? So, a search engine that sends user requests to several other search engines and or databases and returns the result from each one are basically meta search engine. So, what meta search engines do not have their own indexes, like Google has its own unified index, it is giving you instant result. So, what meta search engines are doing? Meta search engines are basically searching the search engines. So, they are giving you or providing you result from the various search engines. Maybe like if you are searching something using meta search engine, it may give you result searching Google like Yahoo, Bing, Lycos and many other. So, what is the need of meta search engines? There are various reasons of meta search engine. The reason may be like data fusion, multi formats supported. In case of niche, search engine provide the big picture, okay, and meta search engines takes less effort. So, some of the features of meta search engines like unifies search interface and provide a consistent user interface, standardize the query structure, may make use of an independent ranking method for the result, rank minus merging, may have an independent ranking system for each search engine. So, meta search engine is not a search for metadata. Please do not confuse that meta search engine is does not mean metadata. It is basically a search, it is like a search engine, but it is searching information from search engine, different search engines. So, what is the difference between you can say search engine and meta search engine? So, in so the meta search engine generally does not have its own database. In case of search engine, they have their own database, and meta search engine does not search or crawl the web. Like in case of search engines, they are crawling, they are searching the whole web. In case of meta search engines, they are searching the search engines. So, this is the meta search. These are some of the examples of meta search engines on the web, like meta crawler, Equiq, and but the most popular may be BBCMO, because it is not giving you unnecessary noise, it is not giving you unnecessary result, it is giving you some of the particular result, search result from different search engines. It may not have many advertisement. So, why are they not so popular? Meta search engines are not popular. You might have not heard about meta search engines, you have heard about search engines. So, they are not basically popular, like ad is one problem. Some meta search engines pick up ads as part of search result from participating in search. For example, if you are searching through a meta search engine, the advertisement which are available on search engines are also getting into the meta search engines result. And there are other limitation as well, like there is a paid placement search engine included. In search engines, many paid things are available. So, since paid things are available, they are also becoming part of meta search engines, that is why they are not that much popular or available. So, this is a simple table which shows some reviews of the people, like BBCMO has been found to be the most relevant meta search engine, because it is not having those many advertisements. So, this way you can use the meta search engines, like you can give the keyword and then you can select the different type of search engines. So, like you want to have the result from Google, Alta Vista or MSN, you can check those boxes and the result will be from those boxes as only. So, the advantage of meta search engine is that instead of going through different search engine, you are using one platform and you have the result with you from different search engines. But there are some limitations, as I have already discussed, that I mean there may be results from the advertisement as well, because they are not able to filter the information available from different search engines. So, when to use a meta search engine? You need to use a meta search engine when single basic search engine fails to provide good result. The main reason is that when you are not able to have result from search engine in a proper way, when you are not able to have result from one single search engine, for example, Google, Yahoo or Bing is not able to provide you result which is which can satisfy you, then you can use the meta search engine and you can select all the search engines and the result will be in a better way. You may be satisfied with that result. So, how to choose your meta search engines? You need to understand search engine, what are the search engine use, operator supported, what are the special features of that search engine, what is the speed of result, what is the percentage. So, on the basis of these features you can select a particular search engine. So, you can on the basis of people's review you can select your search engine. So, to conclude, I would like to say that the usefulness of a search engine or meta search engine depends on the relevance of the results it gives back, and while there may be billions of web pages that include a particular word or phrase, some pages may be relevant, popular, authoritative than others. So, what I am trying to say is that if you wish to use search engines, you have to decide what type of information you are looking for. Accordingly, you can test that particular search engine and you can see that whether this search engine is useful for me or this is not useful for me. And if you are not satisfied at all with all the search engines, then you can go ahead with your meta search engine and you can select all the relevant search engines in the search boxes and you can get the unified result. Thank you. I think this lecture was very useful for the learner, because it was little bit technical, which these are search engines, meta search engines are the concept which we are daily seeing, but we are not discussing, we are not trying to understand. I think with this you will be able to understand this thing. Thank you very much.